And we are live. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Respect the Craft. This is episode number 335. As we continue hashtag Titan Week, I'm joined by Nette's photography's own Jeanette here. What's going on, Nette? What's going on? How are you doing?
I love that intro. That
Thank
intro is like chef's kiss. Love it. Love it. So you. That's what I should say. So you.
Yeah, we try. It's definitely the more definitely the more shortened down version too. Like I tried to make sure as we keep growing here, we make it a little shorter so that way we get straight to the lovely conversation because we have a lot to discuss. So I'm like, let's make it shorter so that way we can jump in because there's a lot as we are on that road. We're on that road here to Mount Olympus. We are less than 3 weeks away, and it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy.
It really is. It really, really is. Craziness. Like Mount Olympus is the biggest show of the year other than, the anniversary show that we do every year. To be honest, it's my favorite show.
I can't lie. I'm a sucker for a good rumble. Like I love a rumble. It's one of those where the surprise element gets you. It's different for me this year because it's the first time I'll get to call a rumble. So I'm looking forward to see how it is. Like again, I love calling matches. I love doing this. To call a rumble is going to be very interesting this year. So
I'm excited to hear what you got to say. Because you're the nice guy in this situation, so I have to, I have to see your perspective from that.
I try to be because you've seen how a lot of people don't think I'm as nice anymore. I don't know why. I don't know what I've done to everyone. I'm just doing my job. This is what
call it as you see it, and some people don't like that.
This
is what it is. I understand that aspect.
See, thank you, Nette. But here we go. We got some people already in the chat. Here we got
E-Money Millie. We were him for Halloween yesterday.
Hey, there you go. And then we got Frankie Picard as well in the chat. What's going on, Frankie? What's going on? I hope you're nicer today, Frankie, because unfortunately he got one of our episodes ended a little early this week. I don't know if you saw. He was yeah. So I hope you're in a better mood today, Frankie.
I hope so too, because I can only imagine what he has to say. I can only imagine.
There we go. We got Nette as a god. No, again.
Thank you.
Here we go.
I try my best.
It has been a while since the last time we had you on, Nette, which it was those early stages of finding yourself in the business, finding your shot, finding your vision, if you will.
Yeah.
Since then, how has that been for you? Because it's been a lot has changed. A lot has
changed. A lot has definitely changed. To be honest, I did a lot more studying.
Okay.
I did more studying of the wrestlers, watching matches back, replaying shows, seeing what their psychological way of thinking is against each opponent and what the other opponent brings to them. English Jeanette. And so I did a lot of studying this past year, rewatching. I call myself the person that's always going to be there. So I study them, the wrestlers, even if I'm on a whole new show, even if I've never worked with you before, I see you on the flyer, I see you on, I'm going to study you. I'm going to see what your psychological aspect of the wrestling company is. And I'm going to try to use that to my advantage. So I study you and I'm like, oh, okay, he's going to do this. Oh, wait, no, he didn't. Okay, let's try this. And that's what makes me move around the ring a lot more.
Gotcha.
Is because when I see them do things in past shows and I see them do things on the current show that they're on, it's like, okay, so I want to get that shot for them. And a lot of people say, you take a lot of photos, you post a lot of photos. I do. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you might like a photo that I absolutely despise. Ray, you're muted.
No. That's why I wanted to let you, but it's funny because it's one of those situations where it's like, I've gone through conversations with a lot of photographers and I always hear, oh yeah, I just took a few. And I'm like, okay, yeah. And they're like, yeah, it's just a few here. I'm going through like a few thousand. I'm like, oh, is that a few? And then it's like, average, yeah, but one I pick. It's like,
on average, I On average, it's 7,000 to 10,000 photos a show that I go through. And then, you know, it takes me a little bit to go through them. If they're blurry, I delete them. If they're not blurry, I keep them and I post them. Because even though I absolutely despise this photo, I think it's horrible, you might be the one to be like, I want this to be my profile picture. I want to use this for other shows. But you might hate a photo that I love. So that's why I post a wide range of photos. And I also like the sequence. So like, say, I'm going to use Jacko for an example. When he does his cannonball, okay? I try to get every frame of the flip. So that way you can look through. And if you wanted to make a flip book, it's like you're rewatching the show again.
Oh, that's perfect. Okay, yeah.
So
no, it's little things like that I give it to you because, like I said, the first time I had you on, I can barely take a good picture with this. I can, don't get me wrong, I can edit, I can make the picture, like I can do little things to a picture that it will work, but I give it to you guys because to be able to make the shot where it's like, oh, this works. This is perfect as is at times. And it's one of those where it's like, yeah, I don't know how you guys do it. Like finding that shot and then finding the idea of like, what if I do this now to make that? It's like, oh, it's
so insane. Like I don't edit my photos.
Gotcha.
Whatever is there, the production wise, everything like that, I give credit to Charlie because it always looks great. Whatever is there. I don't edit my photos because I'm gonna use Aaron Roxas as an example. The way that I would edit my photos is not the same way that Aaron Roxas would edit his photos. So I leave them raw, no tag on them because my photos are for them. So like when I take pictures of you guys on commentary or doing whatever you're doing backstage, whatever, I leave them raw because you might want to crop something that I wouldn't want to crop and things like that. And it's just easier to be honest, it's just easier for the both of us.
No, got you. And that's the thing too, that I feel like a lot of people don't look at is a lot of us are very, oh, I'm going to edit it this way. I'm going to do this. That it's like, again, having that now you can play around with the photo. That's at the same time, I feel like when a photo is already edited, it's like, you kind of just want to post it like that. Cause again, it goes a lot of work of doing the color correction, of doing this, of doing the whole process. That's like, it's kind of, again, for those watching as well, take this into account because if a photographer is doing all this and they're doing the extra mile of the color correction, going that, please show respect to the photographer. And also give credit where credit is due because I hate seeing that it's like, especially when you know who took the photo, like, come on. Like if it's one of those where, again, I've also seen that where unfortunately at times, especially when photographers are very new, you might not know who it is, but try to find out, give that credit where credit is due because again, it isn't as easy as shoot and point, you know?
I always say, you know, to the guys, they're like, because I remember one show, and this is like low key, PJ was recording a match for somebody. And I was running around the ring. He goes, I can't do this for one match. How are you going to do this for a whole show? And I said, it's second nature, man. You kind of just go with it and hope for the best.
No, it's something where but before I do that, before I get to the story, I want to also say hello. We got Aunt Tina in the building. Say what up, Minnie. What's going on?
She's in the other room watching my kid.
Yeah, just saying Nette, what's going on?
What's up, Jess?
We got Francesca.
Hey, girl, hey.
We love and appreciate your hard work.
I love you.
There you go.
She gets an extra shout out for coming to the Halloween parade last night.
I was going to say, much credit from them. It looked great from the photos that were taken. What was posted.
So much fun.
And congratulations to the team because it looks like Titan showcases what Titan does, winning the whole
first
thing.
Place in our division. Hell yeah!
This is what we do. We got my boy Tyson in the chat. No stirring the pot, Ray. I'm not stirring the pot.
I would love for you to stir the pot because I am also a pot stirrer. So if you would love to stir the pot, I would love to shoot the shit with you. I'm here for it.
We might later on because I do want to get your opinion on some of the matches for Mount Olympus. So that might be the time where we will do that. But again, I'm not doing it purposely. I'm just asking the questions that I need to ask. A reason why? Because this man right here.
Hi, Billy.
We got the boss man in the chat. What's going on, Billy? Hello.
Full disclosure, before we get to the matches, I do have to say before I forget, I am for the guys and the girls that are in the locker room.
Of course.
I will be there to do your hair when you get confused. I will be there to do your makeup when you get confused. I will be there to surprisingly celebrate with you when you win. I will be there to cry with you when you lose. I will be there.
You do that a lot with Harry, huh? When he loses, you gotta do that with Harry.
I do. I will be there to tie your boots. I will be there to help you with any injuries. Like, I am there for the wrestlers. It doesn't matter where I am, what I'm doing. They are the most important thing because they are the ones that are putting on the show. So if you need a shoulder to cry on, your hair did, there's pictures of that, by the way. Your makeup did, you want to celebrate, you want to jump up and down, hey, I want a title, I am there for it. So if you ever need one person or can trust one person, yes, I can be a little biased sometimes. However, pause, I will always be there, not only as the photographer, but as the makeup artist, the hairstylist, the celebratory person, and the shoulder to cry on.
There you go. See, a jack of all trades right there. And we got Brandon in the chat saying, I'm gonna go to Nette to get my hair done.
He has before, so it's not going to be the first time.
Oh, we got Aunt Tina saying, "Forget Harry, he's bad business." See, again, I'm not the only one saying it. Just what I'm saying. You give those.
Oh yeah, I do. I do give those pep talks. I do.
Hey, sometimes you need it, especially before, as crazy as sometimes the shows can get. Sometimes you just need that little talking to. And again, another reason why the hard work is very valued in the locker room as well. From Nette here. So we thank you so much, Nette. But before we get into the card, before we get into everything as well, we announced this with the boss man himself, and that is that TCW will be accepting sponsorships. I want to get your take on this, Nette, because I know you're going to be working side by side with this and accepting the emails and trying to make sure, basically being the liaison, if you will, for this process for those that are interested.
Just to remind everyone that's watching, these sponsorships are not for talent, not for buildings, not for anything except production and safety purposes.
Yes.
So my favorite thing about working hand in hand with the sponsorships is that I'm meeting a whole bunch of new people that I would have never thought would honestly be interested in wrestling.
Yeah.
But they're coming and they're saying, hey, let's set up a meeting. Let's do this. And these people will get to come to shows, set up a table, and see their product, see what they sponsored. A company, I can't remember the name, I'm so sorry, had sponsored the cold fire that you see at the shows around the entranceways.
Oh, nice.
Yes. The pyrotactics.
Gotcha.
Those are freaking cool. They are great for production. They are great to have. And you know what? Anyone from that company can come and see how awesome it looks in person.
Very, very much so. And again, it's one of those where I know it's supposed to be cold, but I still felt something that last show. And Harry, again, I'm blaming it on him.
I would blame him too. He probably put something in there just to get you, honestly.
He didn't warn me. I was like, what happened here? When did we add this to the great production that we already have?
It's so awesome. And like, you come, you want to sponsor new lighting or, a new ring skirt or a ring apron or anything that you want to sponsor, you can come and see the use that it is. And not only with sponsorships, we do some fundraising for nonprofit organizations as well. So I just want to throw that in there. The sponsorships is very important. We want to help you help us. So come in, see what the product is, see what you want to sponsor. Anything, literally anything.
Yep. Come,
see a show, enjoy the crowd, enjoy the wrestlers, enjoy what you sponsored.
Yep. And again, it goes to a great efforts. Again, we're making the production as great as possible, making it better and better each time. And as we're growing, again, you've seen how the change has been going on now close to 5 years and how it gets better and better every year. And you'll see that at Mount Olympus on November the 16th. We got Liliana in the chat showing love here for Nette. Look at that. What's going on?
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, hi, what's going on, Liliana? We love you too here. We love you too. Tina's saying, let's get the fire started. Titan, definitely so. We need to reach out and get duct tape to sponsor. Hey, sometimes you definitely do because there's always
is the one that sponsored the pyrotactics. Kaplan.
Got you.
They are awesome. They fully support us, and we just love them.
There we go. We got more love here. We got more love for Nette.
Love you, girl.
I'm not stirring the pot. Again, we're just trying to have a conversation.
Right. I am here for it. Stir the pot. I am here for it.
But the thing is, I don't do it purposely. So it's a situation where I can't I'm not trying to do it on purpose. People just keep accusing me of doing it. I don't know why. There we go. We got Jay Outcast in the chat, who will be joining us at 7 p.m. So definitely tune in for that, as we'll be concluding Titan Week here with Jay Outcast, as we have a lot to discuss, because he might not be in the most innocent column this time around, but we'll get to that later. We'll get to that later. No, I do not, but it's okay. It's okay. But again, for those interested, especially if you have a company, if you have a podcast, if you have something that you would like to get promoted out there by Titan, like I said, even myself, if you want a voiceover, we're able to do that as well for you. So let us know. Again, that will all be via email as well, or by contacting Nette, and she'll put you in the right direction to get all things done with sponsoring Titan. Again, this is for the production side of things. Talent, buildings, all of that is secure. Don't you worry. Again, because that is unfortunately something you have to tell people at times when it comes to the wrestling business. That is a conversation for another day.
Sponsorship@gmail.com.
So all that information again will also be in the link in the description down below. But as we continue here, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about the event as we're on the road to Mount Olympus, stacked card featuring.
Can we just talk about how beautiful that poster is? This is one of my favorites so far, and it's gorgeous. It just shows the spark that Titan has. Love it.
This is actually one of those that I was considering. I'm like, I feel like we need to get one of these blown up. Like we need a big version of this, because
Charlie, get on that.
We need one of these, just like, or possibly a few for maybe we do that for a few lucky fans. We get one of those signed by some of the boys. We'll see what we do.
That'd be real nice.
We'll talk about that on a certain conversation later on.
I got you.
But as let's get into it. This is where, again, for those that might think what I'm gonna do, let's do it now. Let's get into that. We're gonna talk about that TCW Light Heavyweight Championship here, as it will be the man of the year himself, Andre Paulino, defending against Justin Bon Jovi. Jeanette, your thoughts on this one, because I have mixed thoughts on this one, so I want to hear yours first.
I also have mixed thoughts on this one. So I will honestly tell you, since the beginning, I love to hate Andre. Love to hate him. Love it. I think that that kid has so much oomph, I guess the word is, that he can do anything he sets his mind to. But on the other hand, Bon Jovi, he wants that gold, man. He wants it.
He definitely does.
And he's been working on it. And he's been pushing himself. That's going to be tough. Like, I honestly have to be split down the middle for that, because they both work so hard all the time that it's really hard to choose.
It's one of those where I'm glad we don't do prediction shows on here anymore. Because it's one of those where, especially, I'm supposed to be as unbiased as possible here as am I,
but sometimes it gets to you.
It definitely does. But with this, like I said, I call it like I see it. Seeing this different side of Andre Paulino, it's not something I'm mad at. It's a little bit of the the old parent saying, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Because I'm disappointed in seeing what Andre Polino has been doing these last few title defenses. Like every time where it's a thing of we know how great of a competitor he is, and he still does certain antics in there. And I've overheard, because again, I like to do my journalistic duty, and I try to go to the back, talk to the guys before their matches, everything. Right. And every time I try to talk to him, he's having a conversation with a certain cousin of his. And this cousin, I feel like, is influencing this. It's causing whatever Andre is doing now. And my apologies that we have a playful puppy in the background.
I love it. I'm here for it.
But that is one side that it's like, I hope Justin Bon Jovi's ready for, because these tactics of his, this new antics of Andre, it's a disadvantage for any of his opponents to come. But with Justin, I know that hunger. I spoke to him this week.
Right.
It feels like this is our make it or break it moment here.
Justin is so hungry for that gold, and Andre knows that. So I think that Andre is going to put in a little bit more of the, as you will.
Yeah, definitely so.
And I don't know. I have to go down the middle. Like I said, my favorite part is seeing who wins and who loses, because I could tell from the both of them, they're both hungry. And this is just going to be a banger. Like, that's all I could say.
No, I can agree with you there. Win, lose, or draw, whoever wins, whoever loses this, it is sure to be an insane matchup. It's going to be a reason why the TCW light heavyweight division is one to keep your eyes on. 100%. And again, another reason why you have to get your tickets right now. I'm going to go to the comments here. Well, then I guess we got some breaking news from the WWE side of things. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I guess we have some new joining us on the independents. Some unfortunate names there. Well, who knows? You might see them at Titan very soon. You never know.
You might. You never know. Titan is so, they just bring people that you would never expect, and you're like, oh my goodness, I need to go there.
Well,
like, they're full of surprises. You never know what's going to happen. And that's the best, to me, that's the best part about a show. Like, is that you never know what's going to happen.
Definitely. And a show like this is where it's really, you really don't know.
You really don't.
We've announced certain names for the Rumbles. We've announced certain names that are going to be there. Like for the heavyweight championship match, we got Mike Mondo making his TCW debut here, making his return for the Rumble. We got Wrecking Ball Legursky from the NWA. Yeah. It's like, you never know who can make their way to Titan. So you got to keep your eyes open and definitely make sure you get your tickets, because you never know who can show up. You
Absolutely.
Never.
Because, like, I started with Titan in 2020 when they were doing the shows in Ocean Gate. I started, seeing the wrestling and, meeting Billy and Charlie and Tony and all of them. And he's going to hate me for bringing this up, but like, I used to call Moran Man Bun Moran, because that's what he was. And watching all of these guys grow since then is crazy. Like Wrecking Ball going to NWA, that was crazy. That's awesome. That's like, and all these guys are from Titan, man.
Yeah.
You got to start somewhere.
You get that moment again. It's great to see when we start to see those that have gone through the doors of TCW, where they go, and then make their way back. They still come back, and you never know who can make their way and who'll make that appearance. Again, we even have debuts at that event. You'll see the debut of the finisher, Steve Pena, who I've gone to see a lot in the tri-state. He's definitely going to be, it's going to be a hard-hitting one in that Rumble. So
I can't wait to watch these guys' faces when he goes in and he's like, hey. And then I can't wait. I really can't.
Let's go back to the comments 1 second here, as we got the good brother Smiley in the chat. What's going on?
Hey, Smiley. Good to see you, bud.
We got Brandon saying, let me help you. Double count out. No winner. No. That can also happen, but I don't know if the Titan Nation's going to be too happy about a championship match ending in a double count out.
Like, but we want to win. You never know, because it's Titan.
We've seen crazier things happen. We saw what happened when we had a special guest referee. You never know what could happen. You never know what can happen. Hey, I'm going to talk to him about it in a few. you never know what could happen there. But we got Tina saying, "Who's his cousin?" Like, bye, Felipe. I don't know who the cousin is.
We don't know who he is.
Like, we got Smiley saying, "My money's on Justin." Oh, look at that. We got the bets in. A lot of people have been putting their money on Justin here. I've seen a lot of people on. We're looking for a new champ when it comes to Mount Olympus. We got Lisa Carlin saying, "Hello, I can't wait to see you on November 16th." There you go. Aunt Tina saying, "Surprise, surprise." Again, you never know. You never know who can show up again, especially when it comes to that Rumble, because we haven't announced everyone. We have not announced everyone.
I'm trying to get Titans Nana to get in that Rumble.
Oh, hey, that's
Nana would whoop all their asses.
You never know. You never know. There's a lot of entrants. The only thing we know for sure is that Michael Fain is the final entrant.
Yeah.
But once you see Michael Fain, that's it. But you never know how many people that could be. You never know how many surprises that could be. We could possibly see returns, debuts, mainstays make their way into it. You never know.
You really don't. There's always surprises with Titan, and I will flat out say that forever.
Like, it's I'm still shocked by SP's announcement this week. I don't know if you saw it, Nette, him confirming a return for the Mount Olympus Rumble. I'm just like, it still boggles my mind after everything, after his guy getting suspended, he decides to do something insane like that. Like,
can we talk about that for a second? I would really like to.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I hate that guy. Okay. I hate him. However, it makes my heart happy that he's returning. It like I told you before, I'm here for them. You know what I mean? So it makes my heart extremely happy that he's returning for the Rumble, because I do miss watching him wrestle, even though his past, here at Titan with, Merc and everything like that. It is what it is. Chip off the shoulder. We're here.
Yeah.
Praise Haram. I am so excited for you to be back.
See, in that nature, it's a lot more nicer. It's a lot more like, but again, because of the actions I've seen him do in the past, and just knowing now, aligning himself with SP, I don't know.
I mean, aligning himself with SP is just,
yeah, it's like, come on,
it is what it is. But at the same time, like, SP is a fly on the wall, and I kind of just want to flick him a little bit.
That's kind of, I feel like, the feeling a lot of people have with SP. I used to say he was an old pal, but I don't know if he's too fond of me anymore. So
I want to break his microphone. Can we start there? I want to break his microphone. I want to take his microphone and
I thought it was broken at the fair. I don't know where you got another one.
I'm going to block him on Amazon, and I'm going to send his microphone to the moon.
Oh.
He's worse than the little 5-year-old kids in the crowd that are screaming at the top of their lungs. Love that they scream like that. Love it. But at the same time,
have that, though. Yeah.
At the same time, like, SP, take that and just stick it somewhere, because I cannot. And then he does it in my face and in my ear while I'm trying to take photos. Just wait to see what happens next time. SP, that's not a threat. It's a promise.
There you go, SP, if you're watching, because I can imagine you are, because he definitely had a lot of things to say about every other episode I did now for some reason. Right. So, hey, it is what it is, man. We got Smiley saying, if memory serves correctly, I did once win a number one contenders match back in 2020 and never got my match. Thanks to that stupid COVID. Well, unfortunately, again,
man,
that did a lot of changing of plans and directions and all that. But who knows? The doors are never closed for a return of a certain psycho Superman. So we never know. We never know. But Aunt Tina saying, stop with the all-in-one. He's not. Come on, Aunt Tina. You got to give him credit where credit is due. Like,
congratulations on the championship, but you're dumb for going with Harry.
Okay, see, I can agree with that. And you saw the podcast. I was trying to get him to see the ways. Like, again, I can't take it away from great competitor, great prospect. He has a great position in Mount Olympus. But giving 10% to Harry, it doesn't make sense. And then I just saw the comments Harry made. Now he's looking to gain the services of Francesca. What was he doing?
Services,
Like,
right?
It's
I got nothing here, Ray.
I don't know. We got Adonis Stone.
Oh, Adonis, what's up, fam?
What's going on? What's going on? We got Brandon saying SP needs someone to catch him when he gets thrown out there. Yeah, unfortunately, no one
goes. Not high.
Hey, no shots here. We're just again just talking here. This is all we're doing. We're having a nice conversation.
We're having a real conversation
with Nette here. That's all we're doing. But if you want shots, there you go. But what match are we most looking forward to? Ooh, what would that be for you, Nette? Is it
Jack and Cheney?
That hold on, let me make sure I put the right graphic here. I really hope I do. Is it? Yeah, there we go.
Jack and
Unfortunately,
Cheney.
on the program, they're so small. So I'm like, I hope I put the right graphic. But there you go. Just announced as of last night, it is going to be former friends now collide here as you have the real talent, Jack Martins.
I do have to say, it is 50-50. I want to see that one really, really bad because I know how close they were.
Yeah.
But the Amity and Tiffany, man. Like, look at that. Street fight. We all know that Amity's nuts, and we all know that Tiffany can be nuts. So it's just going to be nuts.
It's gonna be something. It's gonna be something. Especially for it to be a street fight, especially after what's been going on with the Devout and Tiffany Avatar, the Devout and Adonis Stone, just the Devout as a whole. Let's get into that subject as well, because which I'm gonna be very mindful of what I say about the Devout, because they still scare me. Even though one of them is my mentor, and still I don't know what's going wrong with him. But the Devout, like, I saw you took some amazing pictures of the Devout recently. I was surprised they let you take pictures of them, because very scary individuals.
So I personally, from a personal perspective, and this might get a little deep, okay, but from a personal perspective, them three as a whole, I understand.
Okay.
So, like, the craziness of Amity, I get, because I can get pretty angry too. Okay. The follow or fall of Aaron Roxas, I understand that, because sometimes I want people to listen to me because I know that I'm right. And the, hi everyone, I'm here, look at me, I'm going to show you and guide you in the right direction of Anthony Gangone, even though it might not be the right way. To me, them three as a whole is what I'm struggling with as a person.
Gotcha.
So I can't say that I hate them, but I can't say that I love them.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying?
No, definitely understood. And again, like I said, I am going to remain as unbiased as possible. Can I agree with every tactic that they do?
Absolutely not.
Definitely not. Like I said, Anthony Gangone, it is no secret I'm very close with. He is my mentor for a reason. However, this side that the Devout has brought out of him,
wild.
I don't know if I'm too happy with or too friendly with as of late, because yeah, I don't know what this is. It's been successful because he's still the reigning and defending Mob Fight TV American champion. However, I don't know at what cost. And again, all possibly, I know I can imagine we're gonna see Roxas somewhere in that Rumble. We're gonna see Gangone in that Rumble, and that just what that spells for the competitors is
scary, frightening.
Especially imagine if they're both in there at one time. What that can mean, what that can lead to. At that point, we could possibly see them at the end of it, just then having to make a decision.
Like, to me, that's wild. Like, Amity to me is, I look up to her, right? Because she has, what she has going on in the ring is kind of like what I feel on a normal basis, right? Yeah. So her partnering with Roxas and Gangone has brought something out in her that not a lot of people have.
Yeah.
Roxas, same thing. Gangone, same thing. They work so well as a team. It's actually kind of weird how well they work together as a team.
Agree. It's one of those where that chemistry, it's unquestionable why it's proven success. We've seen the track record. We've seen how they again win time and time again. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I'm all for them. Even though a lot of people hate them, like I'm for them because I feel them personally. So and that happens a lot with me. Like some wrestlers, they do something or say something that I feel.
Gotcha.
And I feel like a lot of the fans feel the same way.
No, agreed. And I think that is, I would again assume that is especially the main goal, to have you have that reaction, to have that feeling, you know,
right?
Especially with the devout, like that's what they want you to be able to feel something that's like, you know what, I might agree with what they're saying. That message, that what they've been doing, this journey of theirs.
I don't feel this all the time, but when they say it, I realize that I feel it, and that's like, I feel like how a lot of people feel.
Agreed. And there we go. We got Michael Fain. This obsession with me is so flattering.
Bro, you wish.
Shout out to Michael.
Come on. You got lucky.
We got Brandon saying, watch yourself. Amity tries to sap. Yeah, she had a sharp object when I had her on the podcast. So it was a little, again, worrisome. And we were via different computers. I don't know how. I was a little worried still. Still worried.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I was a little worried there.
Feel your feelings, girl.
Look up to her. She tried to stab me with a fork at Seaside.
Brandon, sometimes I also feel like I need to stab you with a fork. So, to be fair, you're like one of my best friends, but sometimes I also feel like I need to stab you with a fork.
Oh, we got Tony Cheedy in the chat as well, saying Mount Olympus is fast approaching. I hope you're hyped. We definitely are, man. It's looking to be a stacked event. Again, we just talked about your match a little while ago. And again, that one, like I said, you have Tony Cheney and Jack Martins in there. What this brings with Tony bringing Francesca with him, Jack having Harry's guidance. I wonder now, does that mean is Harry not going to join me again for commentary for that one? Instead of doing his job? Like,
when I saw that, I was thinking, oh, Cheney's going to obviously win because he has Francesca, and Francesca will kick Harry, no problem. However, I was also a little worried because Harry is very unpredictable, as we know. So I don't know what exactly is going to happen there. But Harry, you leave Francesca alone outside that ring. And me alone, please. Thank you.
Definitely do, Harry. Definitely do. Again, just stay with me at the commentary booth, Harry. Just do what you're supposed to be doing. And that is calling the action like an unbiased commentator. But hey, at least one of us has to do it. We got Michael Fain saying Mount Olympus Rumble equals Fain event. There you go. Fran can easily kick Harry's ass, so I'm not worried about that.
100%.
Just tell her to not do it too much. That way, again, he can return to commentary. Because if not, I'll have to Joey Styles the rest of the night alone. Let's not do that either. I need someone to join me on commentary, hopefully. But as we continue here, because again, those are not the only matches announced so far, because we do have this right here, which is going to be for those TCW Tag Team Championships, a triple threat tag team match featuring the new TCW Tag Team Champions, the Social Influence, with the lovely Samira, as they will take on the former champions, the Deadly Sins and the Audacity. This one coming with a little bit of controversy, if you will, because of the Deadly Sins not both being there to defend said championships, and still the confusion of in what state are the Deadly Sins truly?
So I made a joke about this.
Yeah.
the Deadly Sins have the audacity to go against social influence again. So that's what I think. The audacity and, excuse me, Deadly Sins went against each other. It was an awesome match. Now add social influence in there. Bam, got it. They got it.
Definitely. It's one of those situations where I can imagine, like I said, it's going to be chaotic. These three teams, we saw what happened at Guerrilla Warfare, and I can only imagine it's going to triple add Mount Olympus right there with the insanity of the event. But before I let you go, Nettie, any final comments as well when it comes to Mount Olympus and when it comes to just what the people can expect in less than 3 weeks?
Mount Olympus is the biggest event of the year. Expect nothing but crazy. Expect nothing but emotions. Expect nothing, because honestly, you never know what Titan is going to bring to the table. So expect the unexpected is what I'm trying to say.
Hey, that is a great line right there. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, make sure you are following TCW on all of its social media right there so you stay up to date with all announcements. And you can get your tickets by following the link in the description down below. Follow Nettie on her social media. All of those links will also be in the description down below. Nettie, thank you so much again for joining
for having me, Ray. This was so much fun. We'll have to do it again soon.
Oh, definitely so. And again, everyone, we will see you back here in a little while as we'll be joined by Jay Outcast. Till the next time, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to be wise, be genuine, be real, be better people. Respect the craft. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, everybody.
Thank you.